You don't need to know the why behind what God told you to do. You just need to do it. And let me tell you this story. So one particular day, I was coming back home, and it was in the afternoon. I got home and I parked my car in my apartment complex. I got my baby out, and as I'm getting my baby out, I hear first these two men in the apartment complex area, and I'm not thinking nothing of it, whatever. But I'm very alert, I'm very watchful. So I quickly get my baby and the diaper bag and the book bag that I had, and I had my keys in my hand, like my house key in my hand, and I'm walking. As I'm walking, I see these same two men now. They're in the house they're at the apartment unit that is directly under my unit. I don't say nothing to them. I'm not one of those that's always gonna speak just because I see you out and about. Like, I don't know you, so I'm not gonna speak. And I got my baby. Them two men are standing right there. They just talking, whatever. I cut the corner to go up the steps to go to my unit because, like I said, I got an upstairs unit. So as soon as I step my one foot on the step to start walking up, the Lord tells me, you need to hurry up and get into the house, lock the door, because those two men are going to follow you. So I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I just took one step. Mind you, my knee is swollen. Like, when I say my knee is swollen at this point, my knee is so swollen at this point, right? And it was just, I was just dealing with a lot. Anyways, my knee was swollen. But I didn't question it. I hurried up and got up the steps. I already had my key in the hand, and I unlocked the door. I put my hand on my doorknob, and I look down, and I see they're not looking up at me, or the men, I see them down right below me. They're not looking up at me or none of that. They're just talking amongst themselves. But I do as the Lord told me to do. I hurry up and get into the house, and I lock the door behind me. I start walking all the way to my room. Now, the way that my apartment is set up, the rooms are all the way in the back. So if you ring in the doorbell and I've got the fans on and I got the TV on, I'm not going to hear it. I'm just not. And don't let my baby be screaming, because I definitely ain't going to hear nothing from the outside world. Just going to say that. So, but I had just gotten into the house, so I didn't turn on nothing. You know, everything was quiet. My bedroom door was open, and I'm putting my baby in, you know, the playpen or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm doing all the things. And I hear the doorbell. I'm like, okay. But at the same time I hear the doorbell, my phone goes off at the same exact time. So I was like, was that my phone or was that the doorbell? I start walking up to the door, and I'm hearing on the outside, not knowing exactly word for word what they are talking about or what they are saying, but the same two men that God told me to hurry up and get in the house because they're going to follow you to your door. Those same two men was outside because I heard their voice. So now I'm creeping up to the door to look through the peek hole that's at the door, just to see and confirm that it was really them. And it was, in fact, these same two men. Now, I don't know what the reasoning was as to why God wanted me to hurry up, but obviously he knew something about them that I didn't. But instead of me questioning it and taking my time going up the stairs, taking my time opening up my car door, opening up my house door, forgetting to lock the door, anything of that sort, instead of me doing that, I listened to the voice of God and I didn't question it. Whatever you're saying is obviously for my good. You have to get into a position to just listen to what the Lord is saying and just do it. You don't always know the reason why. And sometimes God ain't going to tell you the reason why. It could have been an act of just obedience and testing my obedience. It could have been because maybe they was trying to hurt me. I don't know. And I don't need to know. All I know is that I listened to the voice of God. I hope that this story encourages you to listen to God.